Well, your biggest problem is the strain you've been under. Your nervous system's still a little haywire from everything you've been through.
But is the baby all right?
Oh, couldn't be better.
You sure there's not going to be any complications? I mean, we don't want to doubt your word, but on the other hand, we don't want to take any chances where the baby's concerned.
Oh, I understand, but as far as I'm concerned, there's absolutely nothing to be worried about.
Thank God.
But if it's going to stay that way, Eden, you're going to have to get more rest. I mean, it could lead to something more serious if you don't try and avoid stressful situations.
Well, you just telling me that makes me feel more stressed.
Well, it shouldn't. I'm just trying to tell you to take it easy, okay?
Well, that's not what you said the last time.
I know. I know I told you that just sticking to your normal routine is what you should do, but, see, I didn't take into account emotional shocks like this. Now, look, if it's just for today, would you go home, put your feet up for a while, and just take things nice and slow?
Okay, you're the doctor.
Also, I wanted to ask you if you're still interested in natural childbirth classes.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Well, good. I'll have a nurse give you some brochures on the process, and it goes into the, details of what the times are and all that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think what we ought to do is just keep looking ahead. Would you call me tomorrow? And try and get some sleep tonight.
I will. I like him.
Yeah, he's a good man.
He's right, about the stress and everything. I went completely to pieces today.
Yeah, well, from now on, I'm going to see if I can't keep you away from situations like that, which means having you where I can protect you.
Oh, I see. So you're going to put me in a pumpkin shell.
Better yet, I'm going to take you home. Make sure you stay there.
Fat Chat's Buster, I have a job.
I know, a very stressful one. And at this point in time, I don't think you have any choice, darling, but to give it up.
Will you get your cotton-picking hands off of me?
What are you doing, Keith? Will you
Learn to keep your lips to yourself unless you intend on marrying this woman.
How could he possibly marry me?
Maybe he has honorable intentions.
Keith, will you just stop this?
Not until I get rid of this garbage.
Sonny, let me apologize to you. I don't know what came over, Keith.
Save your breath.
I'll be back.
Fool I've been. I'm telling you, right? Every time I've turned my back, you've headed to the day to the night bed with Sonny Sprocket. It's like I'm not serving any civic committee. I would be the laughing stock of this town.
It's not true, Keith. We've never done anything in public. Or in private, for that matter. What are you being so paranoid about? I don't know what's come over you lately, but look at you. You're falling apart in front of my very
Well,
eyes.
at least it's not behind your back, which is more than you can say.
You are totally losing it, Keith. It has always been part of the plan for me to make nice with Sonny. This is not the first time. Now, why is it bothering you?
Because you have gone too far.
I haven't gone anywhere, Keith. What is with you? The least little thing sets you off. You're totally out of
What do you
control.
expect? I can't trust you out of my sight. And don't expect me to buy this some part of some plan. You think you can fool me? You can fool me. You cannot outsmart Fred C. Dobbs.
What are you talking about?
Treasurer of the Sierra Madre. Never mind. How could you do this to me?
How could I do what?
Fall in love with Sonny Sprocket, alias Mason Capwell, or vice versa. I don't...
You have totally lost your
Don't
mind.
think you can shout your way out of this, woman. You're selling me down the river for some southern fried sex fiend. Your lips may say no, no, but in your eyes, there is wee wee.
Help! Somebody help me! Please, somebody help me!
Clark, here's the information for your flight to London. Tickets, itinerary, all of it. You're leaving early this evening. You better get a move on.
Whatever you say, sir.
Once again, less than enthusiastic, huh?
Good diagnosis.
I think you need to learn to be a little more grateful when you're afforded an opportunity like that.
Oh, I'm grateful, all right.
Looking for my ulterior motives, is that it?
I don't think there's anything ulterior about them. It's pretty obvious to me and to everybody else that works here.
I'm not going to dignify that remark with discussion. All I can say to you, Dr. Clark, is bon voyage.
Dr. Ross, please call up the
Hey, I just heard about your trip.
And I'm sure you heard what a great and singular honor it is.
Nurse Bryant.
You don't look honored.
Nurse Bryant.
can't figure out is why you didn't tell me.
I haven't had the chance.
Well, it's a great opportunity for you, isn't it?
Come on, Heather, you know what it is as well as I do.
I know what it seems like.
Oh, yeah? What does it seem like?
Seems like another ploy of my father's to get Scott out of the picture for a while.
Your father resort to a ploy? Oh, come on.
Scott, we should really, try to look at the bright side. Yeah. I mean, you have to admit there is a bright side. You're representing this hospital at the gathering of the greatest minds in medicine. I mean, it could be a great learning experience.
Oh, yeah, it'll teach me never to turn my back on your father again.
Are you going to be this resentful all the way there and all the way back?
Look, Heather, I'm not stupid, okay? I know what a great opportunity this is for me. It's a chance for me to see and be seen by a lot of very important people, but what I can't stand is the fact that I'm not being sent there because of my medical qualifications. I'm being sent there because your father doesn't want me around you.
Well, nobody said you have to accept, Scott. Why don't you just stay here with me? Tell my dad to send somebody else.
I can't do that.
Why is that, Scott?
Because of what we said. This is too good an opportunity for me to pass up. But I have a good idea. Why don't you come with me? We'll be able to mix business with pleasure, and we'll be able to get your father back at the same time, huh? Sounds pretty irresistible, doesn't it?
Well, look, if I'm insisting, it's only because it's what's best for you. The doctor says you should avoid stress.
He didn't say I should stay at home and give up my career.
Nobody's asking you to give up your career. I'm talking about a couple of weeks, just a leave of absence of some sort.
How can I do that? I just started there.
Those people know what has happened to you. They're not going to refuse you. Every time you've walked into that damn studio, something else has gone wrong.
The only thing that happened was that a threat was made, and it was an empty threat. It had nothing to do with my job, and I have to be more careful.
Being careful is not the point. You can't prepare for somebody like this. He doesn't think logically. He doesn't act predictably. Besides, the studio is a switchboard. We can't trace the calls that are coming in. We can't tap anything. So many people have access to the place. It's a giant security problem. At least here I have some sense of control. And to take care of you and the baby right now requires a little control.
Look, the doctor said for me to avoid stress. Now, that means, to me, to keep my life going normally. It doesn't mean that I should sit here at home without anything to do but relive what happened to me in this house. Well, is that what you want me to do for the rest of my life?
Look, when you put it that way, obviously, that makes sense, but it doesn't make me feel better.
What will?
To find the guy who did this to you and put him behind bars.
Oh, me too.
Well, until we can do that, we have to reach some sort of compromise, something that's going to keep me from having my head blow off and won't make you feel like a prisoner. I don't know what that is. There's got to be something.
Last time I saw Miss Wainwright, she was going in here. She was going to do some research. She might have gone out for lunch because I never saw her leaving them.
Something's burning. What? Julia?
What do you want me to do?
Are you in there? Julia! Do you have a key?
Oh, they don't give you keys.
Well, then get a key. Call the fire department. Please, hurry. She could be in there. Julia!
There is no reason for this discussion. We have talked about it and talked about it. There's nothing we can do. I'll just be careful, that's all.
It's not enough. This man is extremely determined. We have to be just as determined.
This is not a competition. I mean, is that what you want it to be? If you catch him, then you win. If he rapes somebody else, then he wins?
You know, that is the way it is. That's exactly how it is.
Well,
at
I
this point
hate
in time.
it.
I hate it, too. But we've both known all along this wasn't going to be easy.
You know, we're not just talking about this rape. I mean, this is the kind of day when you and I, we should be having a picnic or taking a drive or something, or talking about things that are really important in our lives, like this baby.
Baby is all I really care about.
Well, then why is it the last thing that you and I ever talk about?
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, too.
You know, sometimes I make myself believe that I feel it moving, but it's not. But I wonder sometimes if it knows. That it can hear us, that it knows who we are.
Probably does know who we are. I hope so.
If I didn't have this baby, I think I'd go crazy.
I'm sorry, I don't seem to understand, darling, but it's just that it's hard for me to focus on something as joyful as the baby. Knowing that this animal is still out there.
So have you made up your mind?
Scott, look, I appreciate the offer, but you know better. I can't just up and go to London.
Why not? What's stopping you?
Scott, I have responsibilities.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. I mean, there's Zach's party to be considered, right? I mean, you don't want to miss out on playing the hostess with the mostess.
Scott, that's really unfair, and it's a little insulting, too. I am a doctor, and I have patients of my own. One of them happens to be Eden Castillo, who's in the crucial stages of her treatment right now. I'm not going to just walk out on her.
The point is, Heather, if you really wanted to do it, you could find a way.
You're amazing. I wish you could hear yourself. All you're thinking about is what's best for you, what's most convenient for you.
I'm human, damn it. And I'm sorry, but I don't feel comfortable with leaving you here for the next 2 weeks alone.
You're going to be in London alone for 2 weeks. I can trust you. Why can't you trust me?
It has nothing to do with trusting you.
Scott, yes, it does.
What I don't trust is the situation. It's much too pat. Your father's got everybody in the exact square he wants them in. All he has to do is start moving the pieces around. He's probably got a whole week of interesting little moves planned out already.
Scott, will you wait? Will you stop for 1 second and not think about my father or Zach or anybody else? Your relationship is with me, Scott, not with them. Scott, I love you. Don't you think that's stronger than anything my father could do to try to change my mind?
I hope so, Heather. We've never been tested like this before. And I'm sorry, but I just don't feel comfortable not being here to protect my interests.
Heather, can I have a word with you? I want to make some changes in the guest list. How you doing, Scott?
I'm fine.
Oh, I heard about your trip. I think that's great. Too bad you're gonna miss the party.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll just have to take a rain check, won't I?
Well, are you sure? I mean, you know, London's been there 1,000 years, and this is gonna be a one-of-a-kind party thanks to the hard work of Heather.
Yeah, I'm sure she's been a great help. But I imagine you'll all get along just fine without me. I've got to go.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it is important. I just, I can't make it right now. I want to be with my wife this afternoon. Is that a problem? Well, it'll keep. Look, all right, I'll try to make it by later. Thanks.
What was that all about?
That was nothing. That was just red tape.
Was it important?
It's taken care of.
Must have been important if they wanted you to go downtown.
It's not as important as taking care of you, I'll tell you that.
Listen, I don't think it's a good idea to let your job be affected by what's going on.
It's not being affected.
You'd say that?
Well?
Hey, just want to let you know that I've come to a decision. I'm going to stop going to the studio for a few weeks.
Thank you. That's a huge load off my mind.
There's a catch. I want to continue to do the story that I've been working on. What do you say?
Sounds fine with me, as long as you agree to take a few naps now and then. No all-night editing sessions.
I promise. It's just this rape story is very important to me, and it's a way of working through my feelings, getting control of my life again.
You think the studio will let you do this?
Of course they'll let me do this. They want the story. If they want the story, then they have to agree to what I say.
Sounds right to me. You're not just doing this for me, are you?
I'm doing it for both of us. No. The three of us.
The three of us. I like the sound of that.
Please don't listen to the radio right now.
I want to hear the sports.
Keith, are you over this nonsense about me and Sonny?
Well, I guess I believe you say there's nothing happening, so I guess there's nothing happening.
Okay, good. Then let's talk about why you overreacted. As far as I can figure out, this all started a couple of days ago when you got the strange call
I
from
don't
the
remember
bank.
any strange calls. Will you let me listen to the sports?
I want you to listen to me.
Gina, I want to hear how the Dodgers are doing.
You don't care about the Dodgers, and it's not
I do.
Sunday.
I care about sports. I care about all sports.
Then why don't you be a sport and care about me, Keith? I can't go on like this.
Like what?
I don't know. I don't know why you're not talking to me. I don't know what's happened that's got you so scared.
Wait, who says there's nothing to be scared about? What's there to be scared?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to get you to tell me. Keith, please, turn to me. I'm your wife, and I love you.
I know you do. And I love you, too.
So?
There's nothing you can help me with. Everything is fine.
When a fire broke out in the evidence room of the courthouse this afternoon.
What was that?
Assistant District Attorney Julia Wainwright is believed to be trapped in the blaze, and efforts are being made to contain the fire now.
Do it. Don't.
Dr. Steele, report to
Well?
Oh, it's fine. Last minute change like this isn't going to matter one way or the other. Don't worry about it.
No, it's not the party I'm worried about.
Uh-oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Now he's going to ask me if I want to talk about it.
Yeah, and you're going to say, Zach, you're an old and trusted friend, and who else would I turn to at a time like this?
You are my friend.
A good friend.
An old friend?
Yeah, a good and old friend.
Yeah, now that we've got that defined, we can,
Yeah, I want to know where that smile of yours has been.
Geez, I thought it was kind of obvious. It, left when Scott went to London. We had that big fight right before he left. You were here, you remember?
Of course, that's stupid of me. I just come in and start talking. I never think.
Oh, don't blame yourself, Zach. You were just being friendly. Scott has this thing where he's, like, so jealous.
Well, he's in love with a beautiful woman. You can't hold that against him. I know I don't.
Yeah, but he should be able to understand that a man and woman can be just friends.
Well, he understands it. He just doesn't like it. You know, I respect a guy that speaks his mind. I know this sounds like I'm contradicting what I've said in the past, but I'm thinking about you and Scott. Now, would you rather be with a guy that was so in control of his emotions you never knew what he was thinking? I mean, Scott loses his temper, but that doesn't make him wrong. It makes him human. It makes him someone interesting.
Yeah, I guess. I just wish that he could...
What, he'd be perfect? Like me? Heather, we're a rare breed. I mean, you can't expect that from everyone.
You're good at that, you know.
What?
Making me smile.
Oh, listen, don't tell anybody, but the real reason I'm here in Santa Barbara, I am the designated smile inducer.
Okay.
And keep it over wraps.
Shh.
Well, I'll see you.
Hey, Zach.
Yeah.
Do you feel like going and getting a cup of coffee?
I can't. I got a hot date.
Yeah, sure.
Fine. Ruin my reputation. Don't believe me. Listen. Smile.
Is she alive? Stay away. What the hell's going on?
Mason, wait. No, wait.
Would you kindly get out of my way?
You sounded an awful lot like the real Mason to me.
Julia, can you hear me?
What's wrong?
Nothing. I was just, looking at that bruise on my shoulder.
Is it still hurt?
No. Marks are all going away. I just wish what was inside would go away.
I'd give anything if I could stop that pain. Thinking about what you said, you know, about having to be here and worrying and... You want to sell this place? You want to move?
What brought that on?
Well, I mean, it's bad enough that I'm asking you to curtail your freedom, much less have to be in the very place day after day where all that stuff happened, you know, and never getting out.
I think I'm going to be fine. I've got my job, you, Chip, I'm writing, I'm editing, I have lots to do.
Okay, you sure? You... I don't believe you sometimes. You know, you want me to show you the new alarm system, how it works?
Oh, well, do I have to be a computer programmer to understand this?
Are you kidding me? Even I could understand this. I mean,
Okay.
we're talking simple. All you got to do is there's like a 4-digit security code. The same one turns it on as turns it off. And all you have to do is just, well, you just memorize the code.
Okay, what is it?
It's 1980 in honor of the year we met. Think you can memorize that?
Well, I actually don't think that would be too hard, but we met in 1979.
No, we met in 1980, which the security code knows, and so do I. So just settle for it. And
No,
use
we met in 1979 because we were in Europe, and it was July, and I remember not wanting to go to Europe in July because it's so hot.
Now, I thought about this. We were walking down the Champs-Elysees.
1979.
All right, you know, why do you always get this stuff right? It drives me out of my mind.
Oh, I hope this thing is better with my anniversaries and my birthdays. Otherwise, I'm gonna miss out on all my presents.
This'll be
and
fine with
everything.
your birthday and your anniversary. Well, it'll do a little more research next time. Just cut a little slack and punch it in.
Okay. 1980. The year after I met Cruz. Couldn't be simpler. Hello, Brent.
How are you doing?
All fine.
Oh, we were worried sick when you had to go into the hospital.
I'm really sorry about the commotion. It was just nervous exhaustion.
But everything's okay now?
Yeah, everything's fine. I just need to rest a little bit and relax.
Well, of course. Of course. Take a couple of days off. Look, we'll wait for you to tell us when you're ready to go back to work, okay?
Well, actually, that was something I wanted to talk to you about.
There's some kind of problem?
No, I just thought it might be better for me to work at home for a little while.
How long is a little while?
2 weeks. Tops 3.
Can I be honest? I know this is a very difficult time for you now, Eden, but it's a very important time for the show. I think it might be tricky losing you for that long just as you're beginning to build your audience.
Well, Brent, you wouldn't be losing me. I would just be doing my stories from here.
I don't understand. If you're going to go back to work, don't you think it would be better to do it someplace away from all these reminders? And we really need you back. It's thanks to you the ratings are going sky high.
Gosh, I hate to interfere here, Brent, but I don't think you understand what Eden's been going through. You see, it hasn't ended for her yet.
Well, I know that, of course. And I couldn't be more sympathetic. But my experience has been that people in her situation need to work through their pain. And maybe the best place to do that is among her co-workers in a supportive environment. And I am very pleased to be able to give her that chance.
You're not pleased to be able to give her anything. You are pleased to be able to cash in on her suffering. As you put it, the ratings are sky high. That's great. The bad news is they're not going to stay up there on her back. You see, she's going to recover from this thing on her own terms, at her own pace, for as long as she needs. We straight on that?
Julia, you all right?
Please.
You're safe now.
All right, folks, that's it. Fire's all out. It's up a lot of smoke, not too much damage, though.
You sure about that?
Yes, sir. You're lucky we got here in time.
Well, you really screwed this one up, didn't you, Timmons?
I did the best I could.
The best you could do? You call this the best you could do? You were supposed to destroy the evidence. Look at this place. Almost all the evidence is still here. I had so much faith in you, boy. You were following so well in my footsteps.
So I screwed up. Seems to me you weren't so hot at destroying evidence yourself, Mr. President.
Yeah, but I had a presidential pardon to fall back on. All you gotta fall back on is a jail sentence.
How was I supposed to know that God was going to show up and save the day?
I learned a long time ago. It isn't one thing, it's something else.
Well, the question is, Mr. President, what do I do now?
Always talk to yourself, Keith. Better be careful. Pretty soon you'll have voices answering.
What are you doing here?
To see how much damage was done, then I heard you talking.
Well, I was communing with myself, and if you don't mind, Father, it was a private confession.
Yeah, well, I'd be very interested to know what you were confessing to. The venial sins of a lifetime or some mortal sin you committed more recently?
Hold on, here.
Sorry, Daddy. I didn't really see you.
What are you, in a shopping frenzy? What's this?
It's a present, Daddy.
Well, I can see that it's a present. Who gave it to you?
Nobody gave it to me. I'm giving it to somebody.
Oh?
You must know it's for Scott.
Ah, it's too bad. You're gonna have to mail it to him now. He left about 10 minutes ago.
Daddy, wait. You sent Scott to London on purpose, didn't you?
No, I sent him by accident. Of course I sent him on purpose. He's going to a convention.
Daddy, don't play games with me. You know what I mean.
Are you gonna start accusing me of having deep, dark motives now? Heather, will you relax? You should be thanking me for what I did for Scott. Surely I don't need to remind you what a privilege it is for him to be chosen to represent this hospital.
I'm not arguing that, Daddy.
I can't imagine why you're arguing at all. I know that Scott was upset about leaving you behind to help out at Zach's party. I know that. But now you can stop worrying about that. You can relax and have a good time while Scott is off getting a great big boost in prestige. You see, honey, when I do things my way, we all benefit.
No. Sorry, Daddy. Not everyone you. You benefit always.
Oh, come now.
It's true, Daddy. You won't give up trying to have the last word with Michael and me. What I want to know is how long is it going to go on? Do your own children have to end up hating you before you finally stop interfering in their lives?
What happened? Who pulled me out?
It was Father Michael. He broke the door down and brought you out here while he was still calling the fire department.
Where is he?
I have no idea, but if you're worried about thinking, and there'll be time later, I want to get you to a doctor.
It's okay. I'm all right.
Smoke inhalation can be dangerous. I don't want to take any chances. I'll be right back, okay?
Julia. Gosh, that's an awful thing that almost happened to you.
I'm sure you're really relieved to see that I'm not dead.
What do you being so hostile about?
Where's Keith in my hour of need?
Why? What's Keith got to do with it?
I want him to tell me the truth, that you're both in on this. You're too good a liar. You can cover it up, but you can't.
What do you mean, Julia? Both in on what?
Never mind. I'll find him myself after I wring his scrawny little neck.
What is with her? What's gotten into Julia?
Smoke.
No, I mean in general. What's come over her? She used to be such a quiet, nice girl.
She's still nice.
Well, wait a minute, Mason. We have to talk.
We can talk later. I want to make sure she's all right.
No, there's a problem. I mean, she's all right if you like her type. But we had a master plan. And it did not involve you getting real personal feelings for her.
Stop worrying, Gina. I got everything under control. Everything.
What are you looking into that for, Father?
Find it very interesting, that's all.
You're here to exorcise smoke demons or something?
No, I'm trying to figure out how the fire got started.
Spontaneous combustion.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not so sure of that. I think it might have been deliberate.
There's like a bunch of arsonists going around here. I mean, with all the cops in the building.
Only takes one.
Oh, you know something? Stick to being a priest. You're a lousy detective.
Possibly.
Let me tell you something, Holy Locks. Drop it. Consider that an order. Okay?
I'm giving the orders around here, Keith. Now, not you. And you never will if I have anything to say about it.
Well, you're up and around. Thank God, as Father Michael would say.
Save your breath. I know you tried to torch this place. Arson charge is going to be a real nice footnote at the bottom of your rap sheet.
Arson? I didn't have anything to do with this.
Then why are you sweating? You're not going to walk away from this. You've deliberately tried to destroy the evidence. And if I find out that you knew that I was in here, your charges are going to be worse.
No, I wasn't anywhere near this place today.
You got a witness, and not Gina.
Mm-hmm. All I need is Gina. That's because all I need is one witness.
And what do you bet? We can find one witness who'll disagree with that. The cleaning lady, for instance.
She never saw me.
How do you know? Did you see her?
Because I wasn't here. Listen, you are not going to pin this on me, either one of you. So just leave me alone, okay? Leave me alone!
He's an easy man to rattle.
It's because he's guilty of so many things. How are you? Are you all right?
Yeah. You've saved my life. Again, this is getting ridiculous.
I'm just glad I came by when I did.
How did you know I was even in here? What were you doing here?
I wanted to come see you, let you know how the meeting with Mason went. I think you'll feel very encouraged. I saw smoke under the door. You have no idea how I felt at that moment.
It was a lot worse behind the door, believe me.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
This is really inadequate. But thank you for everything. Thank you for this. Thank you for talking to Mason. Thank you for everything that you've ever done for me. You're a good man. You're a real lifesaver.
I'm just glad you're safe.
You seem to know whenever I get into trouble. It's like you have a sixth sense or something. I better go. Mason's waiting. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, what are you doing? Hang on there. You know, I seriously doubt that hoisting that kind of stuff is the ideal pastime for the expectant mother.
Oh, sorry. I just thought maybe I would change things around a little bit. You know, Heather suggested it, so I thought I'd try it.
Oh, you being in here? Oh, I'm sorry. You know, I should have thought of that and done it before I brought you home to this place again.
No, it's okay. I was just standing here and I was thinking that really every time I walk into this room and I turn on the light, that what I think about is what happened. It's an unavoidable reminder of what happened here.
I can understand that.
Well, things haven't really changed. I mean, they have changed, and, well, I'd really be foolish if I didn't want to accept that. I mean, things haven't changed because the things that I love aren't any different. I love you. And even though I've changed, you love me.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. That's right. That's exactly right. But, I mean, you should still let me help you with this. Tell me what you want it to look like, and I'll fix it. I need a little therapy, too.
Okay. But, how do I expect a man with such sensitivity to move a 200-pound sofa?
Will you just please stop for a second?
Why, so you can gloat some more? You were so easy to see through, Daddy. It's amazing.
That's not true.
You sent Scott to London so I would have time to spend with other men, right?
Well, nothing is as black and white as that.
Is it true or not?
It's partly true and partly not true.
Transparent as glass.
If I was so transparent, you would be able to see how much I want you to love me.
What?
You heard me.
Yeah, but sentimental displays aren't exactly your trademark, Daddy. What are you saying, Daddy? What do you want?
I want you to stop doubting me.
I don't doubt you.
Oh, yes, you do. At least you have started since I moved out here. You listen to Michael, you listen to Scott, but you keep walking away from me before I can express my concern about your happiness.
Daddy, if you were concerned about my happiness, you'd leave me alone.
Yeah, I'd do that. I'd leave you alone. But then maybe I'd be alone, too.
You afraid of that, Daddy?
Most people are. Heather, you're my daughter. And nothing in the world makes me prouder or happier. But nothing scares me more than losing you two.
I don't want to lose you either, Daddy.
Kiddo, you never have to worry about that. Listen, Scott is going to be gone in London for 2 weeks. I want you to do whatever makes you happy. Go out with Zach. Don't go out with Zach. Whatever makes you happy.
Last time I take advice from you, Dickie Bird. From now on, I'm on my own.
Hey, what was the big idea of leaving me stranded at the courthouse? You apparently were more interested in getting stuff out of your office than you were watching out for me.
You don't need watching out for, you need watching out from, and this incendiary interruption doesn't change anything. I'm still mad as hell at you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why, damn it, Keith? This has nothing to do with me and Sonny, or Julia, for that matter.
Oh, no?
No. Why were you so nervous down there? And why were you so upset when you heard about the fire and the evidence?
Because I thought Julia was trapped in the fire. I do have a heart.
Well, as soon as you found out Julia was all right, you and your heart dropped her like a hot potato, and you went skirting off.
I wanted to see if there were any damages. It's my, my office is in there.
I think it's a whole lot more than that.
You're making too much out of this.
I know you, Keith. And I think you're mixed up in something very bad. And I think it has something to do with the evidence room.
No.
You can pretend all you want to. But I'm no fool. I can sense when there's something wrong, Keith. And I'm not going to beg you to tell me anymore. If you care about me, you're going to make up your mind, and you're going to tell me.
Told you I'm all right. Right now, all I want is to be here with you and to be here with Samantha. That's all I could think about when I was in there, was that I would never see either one of you again.
Well, we've been lucky. Something keeps us from losing each other. I guess this family's just meant to be. I'm just grateful Michael got you out of there in time.
I don't want to talk about this anymore. I want to concentrate on you. Michael told me that he had a nice talk with you.
Yeah, we got along pretty well.
I'm glad.
He said some things that make a lot of sense. I'm gonna try to put them to good use. Because I love you, Julia. More than I thought possible.
Michael?
Is that Julia? Where is she? What's happening?
Think about it, Michael. You don't know what you're doing.
Then help me, Father.
Don't you think it's a little late for that, son? Stop hiding behind this cross. That's what you've been doing all these years. You know that, don't you?
Well, I like it.
Thank God.
I think it's a step in the right direction.
Well, I hope so. We exhausted the mathematical possibilities, you know. No, I'm not complaining. Glad I volunteered. Listen, would you mind terribly if I ducked out and went down to headquarters for a little while? They called me, you know, and there's a new lead. It may be nothing. But...
No, absolutely.
Okay.
Go right ahead. I mean, I've got a new security system to protect me now.
That's right, plus 2 cops right outside the door. What else do you need? Do you need anything else?
Mm-mm. I've got lots of work to keep me busy. I'll be fine.
Okay. It's nice when we reach a compromise like this, isn't it?
Yeah, well, enjoy it while you can, because I'm not always going to be so fair and rational. When are you going to be back?
I won't be long. An hour tops.
Okay, I'll see you later. Hello?
If you're not back on the air by tomorrow, something terrible's gonna happen to somebody else.
Who?
One of the young blonde, probably. You see, I like blondes.
Why are you doing this? Why?
You just remember what I said.
Wait. Well, did you put a trace on the call? Well, I can't possibly keep him on the phone for a whole minute. I mean, I tried as long as I could. All right. Thanks.
Tonight on Alf gets a visit from his guardian angel, Halo. Then on the Hogan family, David's losing more here than Alf has on his entire body. What's up? Find out tonight.